say that plays a difference, having a quality teacher?
I mean, today's athletes continue to get better because of sports science, so I understand what he's trying to say. But at the end of the day, them scientists can't fight for him, that nutrition can't fight for him. Nobody else can fight for him. All his fans, even his enemies, they can't get in there and throw him punches for him. He's got to get in there and throw those punches. I come from an old school background. I come from old school boxing. I come from teachers of boxing who teach the art and the IQ of boxing. And if you look through the history of boxing, that's what wins fights. On top of heart, will, balls. But if you know anything about me, then you know that I'm not lacking in that either. So.
They claimed he had a lot of heart when he was up there. When you guys dig into the trenches, do you think it's going to be, he's going to see a totally different side of what different types of heart is going to be when it comes from your circumstance and his circumstance?
Who's had a big deal?
You.
Caleb, do you think he's earned this title?
It's not really my concern if he's earned it or not. If they say that he's a challenge for me, he's undefeated, he's done everything he's supposed to do thus far, then if that's who it's going to be, then put him in there and I'll do the same thing. Just like I said a second ago to any of the other 168-pound champs or top contenders. So it don't matter who they put in there to me. I'm a fighter. I'm focused on fighting. So.
Do you respect what he's done in his career so far?
I respect him as a man, just like I respect you as a man. That's it. You want me to respect your fighting skills, you got to make me respect you. So.
Is it a bit disappointing that this fight was rumored to be in Nashville and now it's in Vegas?
No, that was a rumor for the outside people. You know, that's plans. That's what we got plan on doing. But we're working on a couple other things first. Nashville's always going to be there. We plan on taking it there soon. But like I said before, every kid who's ever laced up a pair of gloves wants to fight at the MGM one day, be the main event on TV at the MGM. So no complaints on this end.
Is this necessarily what you wanted after you won the title, a fight with Mike Lee instead of maybe fights with like, the 168 pounders?
Well, the thing is, ask that again. That was a good question. You lost me for a second.
Well, no, basically, after you won your title, is this what what popped up? Like,
yeah.
You could have probably unified with other people within the PBC brand, outside the PBC brand.
Well, people like
Mike Lee.
People like Callum Smith try to get this guy to fight. Gilberto Ramirez tried to get this guy to fight. Artur Beterbiev tried to get this guy to fight. We had just beat him and locked him in sooner. So we beat him to it. So all these other 168-pound champs and killers and all that, they were trying to get the same fight that I got. So anybody who's disappointed in this fight, they may also want to talk to them as well because we just beat them to the punch.
They weren't calling for you, it was under 168 pounds.
Hey, Caleb. What do you know about your opponent? Have you seen him fight before? Have you studied him in the past? Have you seen him come to the rankings?
I haven't really seen any of his fights. I know he's undefeated. I know he's looking to stay that way. Once you lose once, it's easier to lose again. This guy hasn't tasted that, so he's not wanting to taste it for the first time. He's bigger than me. He's coming down. He's fought at light heavyweight and cruiserweight, so he's bigger than me. As he said, he's looking to come in bigger and stronger than me. So this is a tough guy. This is a guy who cannot be overlooked. I've been overlooked most of my life. You don't overlook the overlooked, because those are the guys who get you. So I'm focused, I'm zoned in, and I'm ready to keep this thing.
Do you plan on staying active this year? Like fight again, December, November?
Absolutely. I fought one time.
In January?
Yep. Before that, I had fought about a year before that against Porky Medina, but I broke my hand. That's why we had to push the fight back against Jose. So yeah, as long as there's no freak accidents or injuries, I'm definitely looking to stay busy. So.
Caleb, you talk about momentum up there. We all know how important that momentum is. You had a nice run right now. Explain to me, what is it like waking up your first day as world champion?
Just like I thought it was. I've been looking at myself, treating myself, talking to myself as a world champion since I was 9 years old. So when I got the belt, it was just like, man, this is everything you said it would be. So not really, I don't feel any different. I don't feel like I'm a different person. I don't feel like I act different or talk different. If you go back and look at my past interviews, I've kept the same energy the whole time. I believed in myself, I've been confident, and that's what I'm going to continue to do.
When it is all said and done for you and career's up, how do you want to be remembered in the game?
As the greatest.
Well said.
Caleb, not looking past this fight, but is there a guy at 168 that you're really looking at?
Yes, Mike Lee. That's it. Nobody else. That's it. Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, they may not hatch at all. So I'm focused on Mike Lee. I don't care about anybody else. I don't care about the Peter Quinlan, Caleb Truax, and however they're going to figure it out. I care about Mike Lee.
Caleb,
it.
you've been through so much. Can you drop some gems maybe on anybody who might be watching this going through a similar struggle?
Keep going. Keep going. No matter what it is, it ain't gonna rain forever. The sun's gonna come out eventually, you know. And the late great Nipsey Hussle, he's not the only one to say this, but it really is a marathon. You know, this is not a sprint, it's not a race, it's a marathon. This shit takes years to build. It don't happen overnight. I've been doing this for 18 years, and now all y'all standing here like I'm an overnight success. That's not how it works. It takes a long time. And when I say rain, sleet, or snow, I really mean that. I've been through hell and back to get here, and I'll go through it again. So just keep going, man.
Caleb, are you going to change or add anything to your training camp, or everything's going to still stay the same heading into the fight?
You know, with my strength and conditioning coach, you continue to build on your strength. You know, one camp you'll have a certain amount of strength, and then you stay in the off season. You keep working, and when you come into your next camp, you're able to build off that and be even stronger. And it's the same way with your conditioning, and it's the same thing with your boxing technique and your boxing skill. You just always continue to sharpen your tools. So we're just going to continue to build off what we've done thus far, continue to sharpen our tools, and you'll see even better Caleb playing this fight than you've seen in the last fight.
You think you have the opponents in your division that can build your legacy up like that, and you think fights like that can happen?
I do. I think the 168-pound division is the hottest that it's ever been right now. There's a lot of great names in it, a lot of top competitors, but I feel like I'm the cream of the crop, and I feel like we can make some big fights happen. I know you guys know for a fact that I'm willing to make those fights happen. If I'm coming off a year layoff, off a broke hand surgery, no tune-up fight, this thing's still crooked as hell, to fight what they said is the boogeyman of the division, and to go in there and do what I did, clearly I'll make any fight happen.
You foresee yourself taking some time off before you get into like a big fight against maybe a Benavidez or like a Gilberto Ramirez?
I mean, I'm ready for whatever. So I broke my hand before the fight. We pushed it back. I fought Jose. Now we're looking to stay busy, like one of y'all mentioned earlier. And after this fight, we're looking to, you know, take just a small little time off, you know, a couple weeks, and get right back in the gym and get ready for the end of the year. So,
Caleb, being an old soul, obviously in the boxing game from what we talked so far, how do you feel about the state of boxing today compared to the yesteryears?
I think it's on the rise right now. I think what Al Haymon's done and PBC joining forces with FS1 and Fox, bringing you guys top-notch fights for everyone to watch. I think it's a great state right now, and I think it's on the rise. I think it's on the climb. It's not the best that we've seen yet. I think there's you know, better days to come, but we're definitely in a great spot.
Last question is,
What's your ultimate boxing goal? Some guys want to be unified, undisputed, pound for pound, etc. What's yours?
All that, undisputed, undefeated. Right off into the sunset with my woman and my kids, healthy kids, with money in the bank. That's perfect to me.
Thank you.